Hello everyone, my name is Sushant Bodke. I recently completed my MBA in Innovation and Entrepreneurship Management. So, I would like to thank Compassion Magazine for giving me the opportunity to share my views, knowledge and experience on this virtual platform of Global Vegan Expo 2020. So here I am going to share my personal transformation journey towards vegetarian and veganism. So to begin with, it was the year 2017 December 16th when I quit non-vegetarian food. Earlier, I had watched the documentary on Netflix called The Game Changers, which actually opened my eyes where it has shown that how non-vegetarian food is bad for health and environment with scientific facts and figures which completely blown away my mind. So after that, it completely changed my thought process and I began to do research a lot about vegetarian and veganism, the food, the benefits for the health and environment. So with plenty of research and the documentary which I had watched, I came upon a conclusion to stop eating non-vegetarian food. So uh, why I quit non-vegetarian food? Because of two main reasons: health and environment. So talking about health is that the biggest misconception is having animal protein, but all the protein that you get, which you eat, such as pig, goat, chicken, etc., where did it came from? It came from plant that these animals eat. All the healthy proteins are originated from plants. The study suggests that average plant eater not only gets enough protein but 70% more than they need. Example: peanut butter. Peanut butter has double amount of more protein than eggs. Proteins are strings of amino acids, and every single plant has essential amino acids. Plant-based protein you are getting that's packed with antioxidants, phytochemicals, minerals, etc. that help us to reduce inflammation, optimize blood supply, and optimize your body performance. The antioxidants are almost entirely in plants, which have averaged 64 times the antioxidant content than animal food. Antioxidant content, if you talk about the plant base, is 1157 and animal base is just 80. So, as a result, switching to a plant based diet can help reduce measures of inflammation by 29% in just 3 weeks. When we talk about our sankalp and sanskar in our world, a very important role that is playing, that is food we eat and the water we drink. In our culture, there is very beautiful saying that as will be my food, so will be my mind, and as will be my water, so will be my vocabulary, my words. So, food is just not nutrition for the body, food is vibration, it's energy. So, it has two main categories of food: sattvic food and tamasic food. So, if I want to have a sattvic mind, I will have to have a sattvic food. I cannot have tamasic food and say I want sattvic mind. So, if I want divinity, purity, peace, happiness, but I am consuming food which has violence and death, so it will just not match. So, I want to have a clean, pure mind. It begins with the food and eating, which is also an experience we can do in everything, spirituality and science. Why they go hand in hand? Because both say experiment it, they don't say believe it. When you get the experience that stood for you, till you don't get the experience, don't believe it. So keep experimenting, but don't reject without experiment. We all know animals have feelings, emotions. We all know what happens in the slaughterhouse. So we just have to pause for 1 minute and ask ourselves, what does animal go through in the slaughterhouse? So what are the emotions that are there? It would be hatred, anger, fear, hurt, pain, and helplessness. And this emotion of animals for many days, and after this spectrum of these emotions comes violence, because the animal is killed and then death. And after that, all it comes in our plate, and we say protein and health, so it does not match. An estimated 70% of all disease, including one third of cancers are related to a diet. A vegetarian diet reduces the risks for heart attack, high blood pressure, diabetes, and certain types of cancers, including colon, breast, stomach, lung, etc. So, talking about the second part is environment. So, talking about the environment, as we witness that the biggest threat we have is the meat industry, the land they are taking away. About the 3/4 of all agricultural land in the world is used for livestock production, and it imposes a huge cost on biodiversity. And what is the single biggest source of habitat destruction is the livestock sector. Meat, egg, fishing, etc. use 83% of the world's farm land, yet provide only 18% of the world's calorie. With more than 70 billion animals consumed globally each year, growing animal feed requires vast amount of land, making one of the leading drivers of deforestation. It also requires huge amount of water. Meat plays a large role in causing the overuse of fresh water. 25% of the rivers in the world no longer reach the ocean because we are taking out so much water to produce animal feed. All told that a quarter of humanity freshwater consumption goes to produce animal food, and it's just not water depletion that's an issue, it's also water pollution. The livestock sector is responsible for 15% of global man-made emissions. So to put that in a perspective, that's about the same as all the emission from the all form of transport, planes, trains, cars, etc. all added up. So shifting away from an animal-based diet would reduce agriculture emission by up to 73% and save 1 million liters of water per person per year. Globally, this shift would free up a total area of land the size of Africa, taking pressure off many of the world's most endangered ecosystem and species. So, the next part I will be talking about my personal transformation on three major levels: on physical level, mental level, and spiritual level. Talking about on physical level, I actually found that giving up non-veg food and dairy products stopped me from getting ill, bad throat, etc. My body became more stronger than before, more light, more strength and power, and stamina, etc. This actually I have experienced it over the period of time. Now it's been 3 years for me since I quit eating non-vegetarian food. And talking about the mental level, I feel more clarity in my thought process, more stillness and stability, and less kind of aggression in my life, and my mind become more calmer day by day. I also witnessed that my mind became more intellectual in decision making, more creative ideas coming up, etc. And talking about the spiritual level, it just given me a love for really appreciating animals and mother nature. It's so beautiful to see equally these incredible creations and to appreciate them and the source of energy in them. The best feeling is that you are contributing in saving animal life and protecting mother nature with you one smart decision in your life. So here is my last part which I will be talking about. My message to the world is the pathetic state of the world that we are in today, however, is because, like Mahatma Gandhi said, the world has enough for everyone's need but not enough for everyone's greed. It's lack of self-control that makes people greedy. It's lack of self-control that makes us consumers. We are consuming a lot at a cost of all those resources that nature provides us, so that we can sustainably live and create a legacy of sustainability for the future generation. Unfortunately for us, however, we don't look at it in that way. So consumption is not a problem. We need to live in a world, we need to consume, but should that consumption be the cost of everything that provides us and everything that gives us, and which is why I do believe that when we are slaves and servants to the mind, we are consumer, but when we are masters to the mind, we are contributors. So one of the sustainable development goals of the United Nations is responsible in consumption and production. So how are we going to be responsible in consuming and responsible in producing? Therefore, as I talk about, turning to vegetarian and veganism will save the animals and environment to live sustainable and create legacy towards future generation. As there are plenty of substitute towards animal dairy products such as almond milk, cashew milk, coconut milk, oat milk, green tea, black tea, vegan cheese, vegan etc. So it's a request that please go vegan, and when you go to the local grocery stores, malls, small stores, etc., you as a responsible citizen you demand the vegan product, so that the more you create the demand, things will start changing automatically and the world will be a better place to live in. So it begins with a change that all of us should create the demand and go vegan, because to nurture other is a gift to oneself. As you know, there are many legends who are actually vegetarian and vegan. So when we talk about, so there are many of names such as Sonam Kapoor, Amitabh Bachchan, Virat Kohli, Bill Gates. They are all vegetarians, and the list goes on. So it's a humble request for you that go vegan and save animals and environment. Thank you very much for your kindly watching this video. I hope everyone watching this video will eventually learn something from this, and they will understand the key importance of nature and animals. Thank you.